What if the secret to staying calm in life's toughest storms was a 2,000-year-old philosophy that anyone can use? Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits, where we dive into practical wisdom to help you live stronger, wiser, and more resilient every single day. In this video, we're unpacking Stoicism, a mindset forged by ancient thinkers that's now a lifeline for thriving in our chaotic world. Buckle up, because we're about to explore how this timeless philosophy can transform the way you handle stress, setbacks, and everything in between. If you're ready to level up your mental toughness, hit that subscribe button for Daily Stoic Habits. And turn on the bell so you never miss a dose of life-changing wisdom. Picture yourself stuck in traffic, late for a big meeting, your phone buzzing with notifications, and your stress levels spiking through the roof. Sound familiar? Life throws curveballs at us daily, whether it's a tough day at work, a personal loss, or just the grind of keeping it all together. Most of us react on autopilot, letting frustration or anxiety take the wheel. But what if there was a way to stay grounded, to face those moments with clarity and strength? That's where Stoicism comes in. Born in the bustling streets of ancient Greece and Rome, this philosophy isn't about sitting cross-legged and meditating in silence. It's about action, about training your mind to focus on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. It's the mental armor that helped emperors like Marcus Aurelius rule with wisdom, and everyday people like you and me find peace in the chaos. Stoicism isn't some dusty old textbook theory, it's a toolkit for real life. Think of it as a mental gym where you build resilience, one rep at a time. The core idea is simple but powerful. You can't control the world around you, but you can control how you respond. Lost your job. You can't undo it, but you can choose to see it as a chance to pivot. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You can't change their driving, but you can decide not to let it ruin your day. This mindset shift is what makes Stoicism so relevant today. In a world of constant noise, social media deadlines, endless to-do lists, Stoicism teaches us to cut through the clutter and focus on what truly matters. It's not about suppressing emotions or pretending everything's fine. It's about feeling deeply, thinking clearly, and acting wisely no matter what life throws your way. Why does this matter? Because resilience isn't just a buzzword, it's the foundation of a life well lived. Whether you're chasing big dreams, navigating personal struggles, or just trying to keep your cool in a hectic world, Stoicism offers practical tools to stay steady. In this video, we'll break down the core principles of Stoicism, like focusing on the present moment and embracing challenges as opportunities. We'll share real, actionable techniques, think daily journaling, or visualizing obstacles that you can start using today to build mental strength. And we'll show you how people from ancient philosophers to modern-day go-getters have used these ideas to conquer adversity and live with purpose. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to start applying Stoicism in your own life. From handling stress at work to finding calm in personal storms, these ideas can change the game. So stick with us as we dive into the principles, practices, and real-world applications of Stoicism that'll help you not just survive, but thrive. If you're excited to unlock a stronger, more resilient version of yourself, make sure you're subscribed to Daily Stoic Habits and have that notification bell on. Let's get started on this journey to mastering your mind and building a life of unshakable strength. Stoicism, a philosophy born over 2 millennia ago, remains a powerful framework for navigating life's challenges with clarity and strength. Originating in Athens around the early 3rd century BCE, it was founded by Zeno of Citium, a merchant who, after losing his fortune in a shipwreck, turned to philosophy for meaning. Zeno's teachings laid the groundwork for a school of thought that emphasized living in harmony with nature and reason. His ideas were later shaped by key figures like Seneca, a Roman statesman, and playwright. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-teacher. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor whose personal writings, known as Meditations, offer timeless insights. These thinkers, despite their diverse backgrounds, shared a commitment to practical wisdom that could guide anyone through adversity. Zeno's early Stoicism focused on living virtuously, a concept refined by his successors. Seneca, living in the turbulent world of Nero's Rome, wrote letters and essays that explored how to face fear, grief, and ambition with composure. His works, like On the Shortness of Life, urge readers to prioritize what truly matters. Epictetus, born into slavery, emphasized inner freedom, teaching that true liberty comes from mastering one's thoughts, not external circumstances. His discourses and Enchiridion distill Stoic principles into practical advice. Marcus Aurelius, ruling an empire under constant strain, used his private journal to reflect on duty, mortality, and resilience. Together, these philosophers built a philosophy not of abstract theory, but of actionable steps for living well, no matter the circumstances. At the heart of Stoicism lie four cardinal virtues: justice, courage, temperance, and wisdom. Means acting with fairness and integrity, treating others with respect, and contributing to the common good. Courage is not just physical bravery, but the strength to face fear, uncertainty, or hardship with resolve. Temperance involves self-control, moderating desires, and avoiding excess to maintain balance. Wisdom, the cornerstone, is the ability to discern what is true and act rationally, guiding the other virtues. These virtues are not lofty ideals, but daily practices. A Stoic strives to embody them in every decision, from handling a conflict at work to resisting fleeting temptations, creating a life aligned with reason and purpose. A central Stoic principle is the dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can influence and accept what you cannot. This idea, articulated clearly by Epictetus, divides life into two categories. Things within your control include your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, your response to a rude comment, your effort in a task, or your choice to stay calm. Things outside your control include other people's opinions, the weather, or unexpected setbacks like a delayed flight. By concentrating on the former and releasing attachment to the latter, you free yourself from frustration and anxiety. This shift in perspective is deceptively simple, yet transformative, redirecting energy toward what you can shape and fostering peace with what you cannot. This principle directly fuels psychological resilience, the ability to adapt and thrive amid adversity. Life is unpredictable. Jobs are lost. Relationships falter. Health declines. Stoicism trains the mind to see these events not as catastrophes, but as neutral circumstances to navigate. By focusing on your response, rather than the event itself, you maintain agency. For example, if you face criticism at work, you can't control the critic's words, but you can control whether you listen thoughtfully or lash out. This mindset reduces emotional reactivity, helping you stay steady under pressure. It's like an anchor in a storm. It's keeping you grounded when waves of doubt or fear arise. The virtues and the dichotomy of control work together to build mental toughness. Justice ensures you act ethically, even when wronged, preserving your self-respect. Courage empowers you to confront challenges, from speaking up in a tense meeting to accepting a painful truth. Temperance prevents impulsive reactions, like snapping in anger, by fostering pause and reflection. Wisdom ties it all together, helping you judge when to act and when to let go. Together, they create a framework for handling life's trials with clarity and strength, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Stoicism's emphasis on rational thinking also counters the spiral of negative emotions. When faced with a setback, like missing a deadline, the untrained mind might catastrophize imagining ruin. A Stoic pauses, assesses what's in their control. Perhaps better time management next time, accepts the rest. This breaks the cycle of panic, replacing it with purposeful action. Over time, this practice rewires how you approach challenges, making resilience not just a reaction, but a habit. The historical Stoics lived this philosophy through their own trials. Seneca faced exile and political intrigue, yet his writings radiate calm. Epictetus endured slavery, yet taught with unshakable confidence. Marcus Aurelius governed through wars and plagues, yet found solace in his reflections. Their lives show that Stoicism isn't about escaping hardship but engaging with it deliberately. By adopting their principles, living virtuously, focusing on what you control, and practicing rational judgment, you cultivate a mind equipped to face any storm. It's emerging not just intact but stronger. Life can feel like a whirlwind, stressful deadlines, heated arguments, or unexpected setbacks can leave you reeling. Stoicism offers practical techniques to build psychological resilience, helping you stay calm and focused no matter the storm. These methods, rooted in ancient wisdom, are like mental exercises that strengthen your ability to handle adversity with clarity and grace. Below, we explore 4 key Stoic practices: managing emotions, negative visualization, practicing gratitude and acceptance, and self-reflection through journaling. Each is a tool to fortify your mind, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Managing emotions can hit like a tidal wave, sweeping you into impulsive reactions you later regret. Stoicism teaches you to manage emotions by recognizing and adjusting your responses, creating space for rational thought. The first step is awareness. Notice what you're feeling: anger at a coworker's comment, anxiety about a looming deadline. Instead of letting these emotions dictate your actions, pause. This moment of stillness, often called stopping and reflecting, is crucial. Epictetus advised that it's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. When you feel your pulse quicken, take a deep breath and ask, what am I telling myself about this situation? Is my reaction based on facts or assumptions? For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, your instinct might be to honk and fume. A Stoic approach is to pause, recognize the anger, and reframe the situation. You can't control the other driver, but you can control your response. Maybe they're rushing to an emergency, or maybe they're just careless. It doesn't change your day unless you let it. By reflecting before reacting, you choose calm over chaos. This practice isn't about suppressing emotions, but understanding them. Over time, it builds a habit of responding thoughtfully, reducing the emotional toll of daily frustrations. This technique strengthens resilience by preventing emotions from hijacking your judgment. Regular practice pausing for a few seconds before responding in heated moments creates mental distance from knee-jerk reactions. You start to see emotions as signals, not commands. Seneca, who faced political intrigue and exile, emphasized mastering anger to maintain inner peace. By naming your emotions and questioning their source, you gain control, ensuring that even in high-pressure situations, you act with intention, not impulse. This emotional discipline is a cornerstone of Stoic resilience, equipping you to face life's ups and downs with steady resolve. Negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. What if you could prepare for life's worst moments before they happen? The Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization, involves imagining potential difficulties to lessen their psychological impact. This isn't about dwelling on doom, but mentally rehearsing challenges to build readiness. Seneca recommended setting aside time to picture setbacks, losing a job, facing illness, or missing an opportunity. By visualizing these scenarios, you strip them of their shock value, making them feel less overwhelming if they occur. For instance, before a big presentation, imagine it going poorly, stumbling over words, technical glitches, or tough questions. Then, plan your response, practicing your delivery, preparing backup slides, or staying composed under pressure. This exercise reduces anxiety by familiarizing you with the worst-case scenario. When the actual event unfolds, you're not caught off guard, even if things go smoothly. A real-world example: a small business owner might visualize a slow sales month, prompting them to diversify their income streams. When sales dip, they're prepared, not panicked. To apply this, set aside a few minutes daily or weekly. Sit quietly and picture a specific challenge, perhaps a difficult conversation, or a financial setback. Ask, what's the worst that could happen? How would I handle it? This isn't pessimism, but proactive preparation. By confronting fears in a controlled way, you diminish their power. The Stoics used this to face everything from personal loss to public failure, ensuring they could act rationally under pressure. Over time, premeditatio malorum builds a mental shield, making you less reactive and more resilient when life throws curveballs. Practicing gratitude and acceptance in a world obsessed with what's next, more money, better jobs, bigger houses, it's easy to lose sight of what you have. Stoicism counters this with gratitude and acceptance, practices that anchor you in the present and reduce stress. Gratitude involves appreciating what's already yours: a warm meal, a friend's laughter, or simply being alive.
Marcus Aurelius
Often reflected on small joys, like the sunrise, or a moment of quiet, to ground himself amid imperial duties. Try this. Each morning, list 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small. This shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant. Acceptance, meanwhile, means embracing reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Life often defies your plans: a canceled flight, a rejected proposal. Fighting these realities breeds frustration. Accepting them fosters peace. Epictetus taught that you can't control external events, only your attitude toward them. If you're stuck in a rainstorm, you can't stop the rain, but you can choose to see it as a chance to slow down. This mindset doesn't mean passivity, but a clear-eyed focus on what you can influence, like your next step. Together, gratitude and acceptance rewire your perspective. Instead of stressing over what's gone wrong, you value what's right and adapt to what's unchangeable. This reduces the mental strain of chasing perfection, fostering resilience by keeping you centered. A daily practice, reflecting on what you're grateful for and noting one thing you've accepted, builds a habit of contentment. The Stoics used this to find calm in chaos, and it's just as effective today. Helping you navigate life's unpredictability with grace, self-reflection, and journaling. Know yourself is to strengthen yourself. Stoicism champions self-reflection. Through journaling, writing down your thoughts clarifies your mind, revealing patterns and blind spots. Marcus Aurelius used his meditations as a personal dialogue, reflecting on his actions, values, and challenges. He'd ask, "Did I act with justice today? Was I swayed by anger?" This practice helped him stay aligned with his principles, even under the weight of ruling an empire. Journaling starts with simple prompts. At day's end, write about a challenge you faced. What happened? How did you respond? Improve? For example, if you snapped at a colleague, note the trigger, your reaction, and how you might pause next time. This isn't about self-criticism, but honest assessment. Over weeks, you'll spot recurring themes, maybe a tendency to overreact under stress, adjust accordingly. Epictetus emphasized examining your judgments as they shape your emotions and actions. To make it practical, set aside 5 minutes nightly. Use a notebook or app and write freely, focusing on one event or emotion. Ask, what did I control? What did I learn? This builds self-awareness, a key to resilience. By regularly confronting your thoughts, you catch irrational beliefs like assuming a setback defines you and replace them with rational ones. Marcus's journal wasn't for fame, but for growth, and yours can be too. This habit turns fleeting moments into lessons, fortifying your mind against future challenges. These Stoic techniques, managing emotions, visualizing setbacks, embracing gratitude and acceptance, journaling, form a robust toolkit for psychological resilience. Each practice trains you to respond to life's trials with clarity and purpose, transforming adversity into a path for growth. By integrating these methods into your daily routine, you cultivate a mind that's not just reactive but proactive, ready to face whatever comes with unwavering strength. Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom, it's a practical guide for thriving. In today's fast-paced, unpredictable world, its principles and techniques, from focusing on what you can control to cultivating virtues, apply directly to modern challenges. Whether you're navigating workplace stress or personal hardships, Stoicism offers tools to handle them with clarity and strength. Below, we explore how to apply Stoicism in work and personal life. It's illustrated with real-world examples. Let's analyze its long-term benefits for resilience and inner peace. In the workplace, pressure, failure, and conflict are inevitable. Deadlines loom, projects flop, and colleagues clash. Stoicism helps you stay grounded. When facing pressure, like a tight deadline, the dichotomy of control is key. You can't control the timeline, but you can control your effort and attitude. Instead of panicking, break tasks into manageable steps and focus on steady progress. Seneca's advice to treat time as precious applies here. Prioritize what matters and let go of distractions. If you miss a deadline, don't dwell on the setback. Marcus Aurelius would remind you to see failure as a chance to learn. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and move forward. This mindset turns setbacks into stepping stones, conflicts. At work, test your patience. Imagine a coworker criticizes your idea in a meeting. Your instinct might be to snap back, but Stoicism's virtue of justice urges restraint. Pause, as Epictetus taught, and reflect. Is their critique valid? How can I respond constructively? By focusing on your response, calm, professional, open, to dialogue you diffuse tension and maintain integrity. This not only resolves conflict, but earns respect. A practical tip: before a tough meeting, visualize potential friction and plan a composed response. This premeditatio malorum prepares you to stay cool under fire, fostering a reputation for reliability. In personal life, Stoicism shines in overcoming loss, anxiety, and change. Loss, whether a loved one, a job, or a dream, can feel crushing. Stoicism doesn't deny grief, but reframes it. Epictetus emphasized that you don't control external events, only your perspective. After a breakup, you can't force someone to stay, but you can choose to see it as a chance to grow. Journaling, as Marcus Aurelius practiced, helps process emotions. Write about the pain, what you've learned, and how you'll move forward. Gratitude also helps. Focus on what remains a supportive friend, your health to counter despair. This shift doesn't erase loss, but lightens its weight. Anxiety, fueled by uncertainty, is another hurdle. Whether it's fear of financial strain or health worries, Stoicism's negative visualization can tame it. Picture the worst-case scenario, like losing your job, and plan actionable steps, such as cutting expenses or upskilling. This reduces fear by making the unknown familiar. Meanwhile, staying present, as Seneca advised, curbs runaway thoughts. When anxiety spikes, focus on the moment, your breath, the task at hand. This anchors you, preventing worry from spiraling. Change, like moving to a new city or starting a new chapter, also sparks unease. Stoicism's acceptance principle helps embrace the change as reality and focus on what you can shape. Like building new routines, real-world examples show Stoicism in action. Consider James Stockdale, a U.S. Navy pilot and prisoner of war in Vietnam for over 7 years. Inspired by Epictetus, Stockdale used Stoic principles to endure torture and isolation. He focused on what he could control, his courage and dignity, and accepted what he couldn't, like his captor's actions. This mindset kept him resilient, proving Stoicism's power in extreme adversity. In a modern context, take Sarah, a tech startup founder. When her company faced bankruptcy, she leaned on Stoic practices. She visualized worst-case scenarios to prepare for tough decisions, like layoffs, and used gratitude to appreciate her team's efforts. By focusing on her actions, pivoting the business model, she navigated the crisis, later crediting Stoicism for her mental clarity. Another example is John, a teacher dealing with workplace conflict. A colleague's constant criticism left him frustrated. Using Stoic reflection, John journaled about the situation, realizing the criticism stemmed from his colleague's stress, not his own failings. He practiced justice by addressing the issue calmly, offering collaboration instead of confrontation. The result? Stronger working relationship and less personal stress. These cases show Stoicism's versatility, from high-stakes survival to everyday challenges, making it accessible to anyone willing to practice. The long-term benefits of Stoicism are profound, fostering resilience and inner peace. Resilience grows as you habitually apply Stoic techniques. Each time you pause before reacting to a rude comment or reframe a failure as a lesson, you strengthen your mental muscle. Over months, this builds a default mindset of calm and control, reducing emotional volatility. Studies in psychology, like those on cognitive behavioral therapy, which draws from Stoicism, show that reframing thoughts lowers stress and boosts adaptability. Stoicism's emphasis on virtues ensures you act with integrity, even under pressure, which builds self-respect and confidence, key pillars of resilience, inner peace. The Stoic ideal of eudaimonia flourishing emerges from aligning with reason and virtue. By focusing on what you control, you stop wrestling with the uncontrollable other people's opinions, random misfortunes. This detachment isn't cold but liberating, freeing you from pointless worry. Gratitude and acceptance deepen this peace, keeping you grounded in the present. Marcus Aurelius's nightly reflections helped him find calm amid chaos. Your own journaling can do the same, creating a steady sense of contentment. Unlike fleeting happiness, this peace endures, rooted in your ability to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Stoicism's practical applications, handling workplace stress, overcoming personal struggles, show it's not just philosophy, but a way of life. From Stockdale's survival to Sarah's business pivot, real stories prove its impact. The long-term payoff is a resilient mind and a tranquil heart, equipped to face any challenge. By practicing Stoicism daily, pausing to reflect, visualizing setbacks, or embracing the present, you build a foundation for not just surviving but thriving. No matter what life brings, Stoicism offers a timeless roadmap for navigating life's challenges with strength and clarity. Its core principles focusing on what you can control, living by the virtues of justice, courage, temperance, and wisdom provide a foundation for mental resilience. Techniques like managing emotions, visualizing setbacks, practicing gratitude, and journaling equip you to handle stress and adversity with purpose. These ideas shine in real-world applications, from diffusing workplace conflicts to overcoming personal losses. As seen in stories like James Stockdale's endurance or a founder's pivot during crisis, together these elements make Stoicism a practical toolkit for thriving in a chaotic world. This philosophy's power lies in its ability to build psychological resilience. By training your mind to pause before reacting, reframe challenges, and embrace reality, you develop a steady inner core. Life's storms, whether a missed promotion or a personal setback, lose their grip when you focus on your response, not the event. Stoicism doesn't promise a life without pain, but one where pain doesn't define you. It fosters a resilience that grows with practice, turning fleeting moments of clarity into a lasting habit of strength and calm. Now, it's your turn to act. Start small. Try pausing for a deep breath the next time anger flares, or jot down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. Visualize a tough moment before it happens, like a difficult conversation, and plan your response. These steps, though simple, compound over time, reshaping how you face the world. You don't need to be a philosopher, just someone willing to try. Pick one technique and commit to it for a week. You'll be surprised at the shift in your perspective. Stoicism is more than a philosophy. It's a tool for living better. The quiet strength to keep going, the clarity to choose wisely, and the peace to rest easy. Due to time constraints, we'll wrap up here. Hope this video has been helpful. If it offers even a small spark of insight, I'm truly fulfilled. Save it to your playlist for a revisit anytime. Please like and share it with others. A timely message can change a life. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits. And hit the bell to catch our next value-packed video. Goodbye for now and see you soon.